Hey, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my weekly real world experience talks about gear that I've used and have thoughts about if they're good user cameras. So today I'm going to talk about the Nikon FM. This Nikon is one of the older Nikon all mechanical cameras. It preceded the FM2, the FM3. This is just a plain Jane FM. But I bought it from a local photographer and it's in mint condition. You can see the quality of it is, this one hasn't been abused. And the reason I picked it up is because there's some nostalgia involved. It's the first camera that I used when I started at the newspaper. I had a couple of these with motor drives and I really liked the feel of them. And so this became my go-to for shooting. And it works just like the FM2. Instead of a light up, well, I think it has the same readout inside. And yeah, it has the same readout inside, a plus, zero, or minus. And as long as you get the zero and the plus to light at the same time, you know you've got guaranteed good exposure. You're a little bit overexposed over box speed. And I have a 51.2 on it, but it's a basic camera with just nothing on it except for a shutter speed dial. And if you're looking to get into a Nikon, but the FM2s are too expensive, look for a clean FM. They're great. They're just as capable. With a motor drive, I think that you wouldn't necessarily even see the difference except for on the flash sync speed. This one only syncs at a 1/25th, whereas the FM2 goes to a 250. And also this one only goes to a thousandth of a second, and the FM2 goes to a 4,000th. If you need more speed, get the FM2. But if you can get away with a thousandth of a second, this is a beautiful body that works and just keeps working. It's all mechanical. It has that classic Nikon sound. The wind is extremely smooth. I always thought that these were great cameras when I was using them, and to find one now in such clean shape, I won't sell it. It'll be one of those ones that I want to just keep for me. And he had it as a backup camera, and obviously he didn't need a lot of backups, and so it wasn't used much. But I think the Nikon FM is one of the best entry level, but you can use it professionally like I did, and you can make incredible work with this. Spend the money on the lenses. Get a good 50-1.2 or get a 51-4, get an 85-1.4, and use it with this body, and you'll get just as great of results as if you're using an F6 or an F5. I can't recommend it enough. I love it. And I just am so enamored by the fact that it's such great shape. A lot of the older FMs were used a lot, and they get a little bit more worn looking. This one doesn't look worn at all. So I'd recommend it. Nikon FM. This is a great go-to camera. If you're looking for a great mechanical, no batteries needed except for the meter, and then you can always use Sunny 16. The only thing you need is the shutters are all mechanical. You don't need any batteries at all for them, so it'll always work no matter what your battery situation. And again, you can guess exposure with Sunny 16. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, hit the subscribe button. If you can support, hit the Patreon. Thanks so much to all my supporters, and I'll be back next week. We'll talk more photography and more gear. As always, here's the good light.